All right, guys, been putting in some work today between the rain showers out here. I just thought I'd share some of my experiences raising these game fowl. So as you can see, I got these, I believe they call them 39 by 39 by 39 cages. And I got this at Lowe's. It's called Sunshade. It's really cheap and it blocks the sun really well. You can see how much shade it kind of puts off. And in between there is Coroplast. Of course, these are old campaign signs. And then I couldn't find any more, so I had to buy it new, but it's not bad for a 4x8 sheet. It's $25. And it's pretty good stuff. It's built like cardboard, but it's plastic. And what I did here is I put 10 in a row, 2 rows of 10. I've got a sheet of Coroplast in between, separate them. And then I ran this 1-inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe down the middle. And it just goes all the way through. And I ran a piece of heavy, I think it's 12 gauge high tensile electric fence wire to a T-post on either end. Tied it, hammered it down, got it tight. And that pretty much holds them. And then as a safety factor, I just went in and put some more stakes, one on each cage, front and back. You can see it right there down in the ground. Because we get a lot of high winds here. And I've already had, back there, I started with some of those cages and they're too hard to stake down. They blow over really easy. And I lost a few roosters like that. So I got these. And so first thing I've learned is I bought these little clips, and as you can see, almost every single one of them broke, all of them. So don't buy those clips if you decide to use this. I've got these grommets now, and they were really cheap also, and I bought a pack of these 200 pack of these stainless zip ties. They say they hold 200 pounds. And so far that's been working pretty good. I got those on Amazon, those zip ties, 200 pack. I think it was less than $20. Been well worth the money. I don't have to worry about them rotting. In the back there, you can see I got a few empty paint buckets, and then starting here, way to save some money, I went to, I think, Dollar General, found these little Halloween buckets. Just loop the handle through there, fill them full of water, and those were like $1 a piece. That's the cheapest 1 gallon bucket I could find. And then on the other side of that, I've got those little feed cups. Those are the F type. And they've been working pretty well. I have a little helper here that helps me, so it makes it easier if the feed cup is kind of the right size. The reason I left this long is when those stags stick their head through that pen, and these are kind of young yet, but I've seen them do it a few times. They see each other when they're drinking water or eating a little feed, and then they kind of want to fight a little bit. So in the front, I didn't realize that when I first built these. So if I have problems here in the front, I'll have to cover this up with some hardware cloth or a little piece of this. So that's why on this second row, I left it long in the front and in the back. And then you'll see I had another goof up. I had a helper cut the green piece for me, and they cut it a little bit too short, but it's okay. I had an extra piece of this that I wasn't using, so I just used the stainless zip ties right on top. And so everything is shaded. Of course, I got a few cages sitting on there. I'm still kind of putting it together. I'm missing a few. I just kind of put this row together, so I'm missing a few pieces. Lacking a few pieces yet, but it works pretty good. You can walk along back, feed and water. And so far I'm happy with this material. It's very economical. I looked at metal, I looked at wood, I tried to find used stuff because I'm, you know, trying to make a little money here, and so the most I can save, the more money I can make. So got some stags here, of course. They're all a little bit different, but got some kelsos, some kelso hatch cross, a few other little battle crosses. So I'm pretty happy so far with this setup. So that's what I would say is learning from this. Don't be afraid to try this stuff out. I found it at Lowe's. It's really cheap. It's 6 foot wide, and you buy it by the foot. I think I paid 50 cents a foot because it was 99 cents marked half off. But don't get these clips. Get these little pieces here. It's a 2-piece. You just sandwich it together and use a little stainless zip tie off Amazon. Pull them down to the ground. They won't go nowhere. Now, probably some of y'all are wondering, what about rain? We did get some rain this morning, and you can see right here I built like a pad out of this, what they call screenings. It's everything left over from the quarry. Once they dig the gravel out and screen all the big rocks and little rocks and everything else, this is what's left over. It's really cheap as well. I think I only pay about $4 a ton for it. So I kind of built up this pad so it doesn't hold water, drains water quick, and I like it so far. It's pretty good. I mean, then you think, well, why don't you put them on grass? Well, if you put them on grass, that's good for the first, I don't know, 30 or 45 days, and all the grass is gone, and now you're in dirt, and then you're in a hole. Because as you can see, they're gonna dig holes. But at least when they dig these holes, it rained a lot this morning. They're already dry. And if I need to, I can just throw a little sand back in there on top. So hopefully y'all find this helpful. And we'll have a lot of these up for sale. I'm in the South Texas area. So drop me a comment if you're interested. Beginning next year is when I'll be selling them. And just expect to keep on expanding. Business is good.